Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and welcome to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Matthew James, hoping to be joined by Gabriel Thomas, and I'll be calling today's game for you between the visiting Northrop Bruins and your Carroll Chargers of Carroll High School from the Carroll High School Fieldhouse. Just about set to call what promises to be a competitive game. Neither team off to a great start. Carroll just 3-4. They lost in their conference game against DeKalb on Friday, 66-58. After being tied with a minute to go, they could not pull off a victory. Northrop, on the other hand, is off to an even worse start. They're just 1-6. They're 0-1 in conference play, and they are coming off a 40-38 road loss to Wayne in their last game on Saturday. And now, here are your starting lineups. First, for the visiting Northrop Bruins. First, number 3, Quila Jackson. Number 5, Nevada Jones. Number 21, Sarah Osborne. Number 32, Aaliyah Swarry. And number 40, Chantel Rogers. And now for your Carroll Chargers. Number 10, Amy Pointer. Number 22, Heather Schmidt. Number 23, Maddie Peterson, Number 33, Emily Catanzarite. And number 42, Kelsey Ronan. And if you've been paying attention to Lady Charger basketball, the big change in that lineup is that Emily Catanzarite's in the starting lineup instead of Beth Schaefer. She's struggled a little bit offensively as of late, and Catanzarite's a very capable three-point shooter, and they want her offensive explosiveness over Schaefer's. So key players for both teams. For Carroll, I mentioned all 4 of them are in the starting lineup. Amy Pointer, a senior point guard. Heather Schmidt, a senior forward. Kelsey Ronan's very important down low for rebounding. She's also a senior. And Catanzarite's one of the main three-point shooters. She is a junior. And for Northrop, Quila Jackson, a senior forward. She's 5'7". She's going to be a difficult matchup. Aaliyah Swarry, also in the starting lineup, is a forward. And Nevada Jones, a guard. She is a junior. And Sarah Osborne. All 4 of them are in the starting lineup. State rankings for this season, Carroll has an advantage, but they are in the 200s, in the 275 range. In Indiana, Northrop's in the 300s. Neither team is off to a great start, but they both have a lot of potential firepower, and it promises to be a good game here from the Fieldhouse. That'll just about wrap it up for your Carroll Charger pregame show. We'll be right back for the start of the game. Please stay tuned to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Kreider, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for tip-off. I'm joined now by Gabriel Thomas, and real quick, as we tip off, what are some keys to the game?
Well, some keys to the game. Carroll has problems they need to limit their turnovers. They've had problems with the knocking down their outside shot. They need to establish a 3-point game early. They need to start playing some inside-out basketball on both sides of the ball. And for Northrop, they need to score more points and take some smarter shots.
Thank you. As Ronan wins the tip back to Amy Pointer, who quickly travels. So we've already violated one key. Carroll, in the game on Friday, did a much better job, especially in the first half, limiting the travels. I believe there are only 4 in the entire game by both teams combined, so much better, but they're not off to a good start tonight. As Northrop's first possession, handled first by Quila Jackson, passes over to Nevada Jones, passes quickly out to Sarah Osborne at the top of the key. They go down low to Jackson, who throws a pass intended for Chantel Rogers that was deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Northrop.
Might have caught a piece of somebody's jersey there.
Did look like it was just a bad pass to me, but refs obviously saw something different. Jones looks inbounds, goes quickly to Quila Jackson. She is rejected by Ronan down low. She's 6 foot tall. Jackson's only 5'7", so Ronan's got the height advantage. Emily Catanzarite, fresh into the starting lineup, makes a quick pass down low to Ronan, who misses the shot on the left block, and it is rebounded by Jones. Guarded by Pointer. Carroll, as usual, playing the 2-3 zone defense. And the big way to defeat that is to knock down the 3, which Northrop has not been good at, as they almost turn the ball over. Pass over to Nevada Jones. Looking, finds Aaliyah Swarry, who travels. So both teams, within the first minute of play, have traveled. We still have no score, 7 minutes to play in the first.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, we saw a very ugly, sloppy game a few weeks ago against Leo in their season opener where it was a travel every other possession. And starting the game at the point for Carroll instead of Amy Pointer is Emily Catanzarite, who's been the sixth man or sixth woman off the bench so far, but she's definitely has some offensive explosiveness, and they want that over Schaefer, who hasn't played too well offensively as of late. Catanzarite passes to Pointer, who has the ball at the top of the key. Northrop playing a man-to-man defense. They're trying to find Ronan down low as Catanzarite, and it was off of Ronan's fingertips out of bounds. It'll go to Northrop. And one of the keys was limit the turnovers, and you already have 2 in the first minute and a half. They've clearly been practicing it. They did a lot better the last couple of games, but they're off to a bad start tonight against a team not really known for their defense. Chantel Rogers misses a shot rebounded by Ronan. What are some ways to try to limit the turnovers?
Well, just keep moving the ball around, that's all there is to it. If you're just trying to hold the ball, trying to get no
nice. Sorry to interrupt. Nice steal by Heather Schmidt in the backcourt off a missed shot. Gives it down low to Maddie Peterson, who scores first points of the game. Please continue.
Everybody's trying to be the hero out there, pass the ball to somebody open, you've got no shot clock, take your time.
Nevada Jones drives quickly and ties it right back up at 2. Nice drive. Just penetrates the zone right down the middle of the lane. Can't let that happen. But the ways for Northrop on the other side is to beat the zone as quick ball movement to get that open 3 or to drive like Jones just did. After the made shot from Nevada Jones, rebounded by Catanzarite, passes to Peterson, who tries to pass to Ronan too hard off of her fingers and out of bounds, and that's the third turnover quickly on Carroll. So the ball will go back to Northrop. Quila Jackson, who's going to be the main scoring threat for the Bruins tonight, is going to inbound. She finds Aaliyah Swarry, who drives quickly. Nice pass down low to Chantel Rogers, who couldn't make the layup. Rebounded by Amy Pointer, who's trying to lead the fast break. Goes down low, finds a wide open Kelsey Ronan underneath, and she scores, and already a quick timeout from Northrop. Andrew Wiss is not very happy with that interior defense. He takes a quick timeout. I agree with that. There have been 2 lapses down low in coverage already. You cannot let that happen.
Very smart decision.
You see this a lot in basketball sometimes. In other sports too, you need a timeout early to settle your team down when they get off to a bad start. It's only 4-2, but defensively, if it weren't for the bad passes, it could be a lot worse to start the game. Now, for Carroll, another thing they need to do more consistently is knock down the outside shot. They have some very capable three-point shooters, but they're all hovering around 30%. They're not putting it in consistently, and when one player has a good game, she can't bring it over into their next game. They don't have a consistent scoring threat.
Right. And once they get that, you can start seeing them winning a lot more games.
Well, as you say, that Mackenzie DePremio, who we haven't really seen take a lot of threes, but she's been a contributor to the team, checks into the game for the first time. Aaliyah Swarry passes to Nevada Jones, and into the game for the first time is Leah Edwards, who has the ball now. Splits a double team. She passes down low to Quila Jackson, who throws up a wild shot, but she's fouled by Ronan, and Jackson looks a little bit shaken up. That'd be a big loss for Northrop if she can't continue, but she looks all right. She's going to try to walk it off. Looks like when she went for that wild shot and fell to the ground, she might have landed a little awkwardly on her left elbow, which she seems to be all right. She's going to get 2 shots at the line. First one up and good. Yeah, she's fine.
There you go.
That's always a way to tell. That makes it 4-3. Sarah Stillwell and Kirsten Murphy check in. Kirsten Murphy was part of the rotation last week in the second half. She's apparently earned her way into the varsity rotation, which came as a bit of a surprise to me. We hadn't seen it at the beginning of the season. After Jackson knocks down the second free throw, tied at 4. Amy Pointer takes Carroll's next possession up the floor quickly, passes to Peterson, who tries a 3, a little short, and rebounded by Jones. Double team quickly in the corner, finds a way out of it to Swarry. And in the last game against DeKalb, Carroll was using a full court press for the entire game. It was very effective as Nevada Jones misses a 3, rebounded by Swarry, who dribbles it off a foot out of bounds. It'll go to Carroll.
Well, you mentioned Kirsten Murphy coming into the game. She didn't start earlier this season, but she is a part of that undefeated girls freshman team. So that's probably what got her to start tonight. Or tonight, yeah.
She's definitely done a good job. For the boy, Amy Pointer takes a quick three, unexpected. It rims out. There's going to be a push-off foul on, it looks like, Aaliyah Sworry of Northrop. Yep, nope, they're going to call it on Chantel Rogers. Excuse me, that's her first. Team's first. Amy Pointer will inbound for the Chargers. But Kirsten Murphy, just a freshman, she's the only one on the varsity team, but she's earned herself some minutes. Nice inbounds play to Sarah Stillwell, who raised it in quickly, 6-4. Quila Jackson, and here's the Chargers in that full court press again. This time it doesn't work. Sworry finds an open Nevada Jones, who passes up the three. Back to Sworry. Finds Leah Edwards on the right side. Tries to go down low to Jackson. Bad pass. Stolen by Pointer. 2-on-1. Finds DePremio. Looks for Maddie Peterson. Bad pass. Stolen by Sworry. She's going to slow it down. Carroll gets back defensively. Now she drives to her left. Takes a step back. Mid-range jumper. Can't get the roll. Rebounded by Pointer. And we have an up-tempo first quarter to start this game.
Once again, we talked about taking smart shots. Not a very smart shot by Northrop there.
Pointer passes to Premio, tries a three, no good. Nice play by Murphy to save. Premio tries again. She was blocked from behind, out of bounds. It'll stay with Carroll. And neither of those two shots were very smart decisions by DePremio there. She has to, the three-pointer was a decent look, but when she got the rebound, it wasn't a great look. She probably rushed it just a little bit. But Carroll does retain possession. Pointer to inbound. Finds Maddie Peterson, who's the most dynamic scorer for the Chargers. She passes to Kirsten Murphy, who's short on her shot. Nice offensive rebound by Stillwell, which keeps the possession alive. Pointer, nice crossover down low, and trying to make a move. She traveled, picked it up, and walked with it. Mackenzie Bevineau is into the game for the first time, and Katanzarite is back in. Score early here is 6-4 with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the opening quarter. Quila Jackson, set to inbound. Finds Jones, who quickly gives it right back to Jackson. Looks like Northrop's got a play set up here. Aaliyah Sworry now has it, finds Jones. And they're going down low to Jackson, who doesn't have a whole lot of size, but she's quick. And there's a 3-on-1 possession. There's going to be a jump ball at the free throw line. Possession arrow will stay with Northrop. They avoid a turnover, but what you were talking about, they did not move the ball there at all. It almost cost them a turnover.
Right. So crucial in these games.
Jones looks to inbound. Better be careful, and there's a 5-second call. She was trying to point a couple of the players over to the left or right or somewhere. It didn't work. Carroll did a good job defending that play. Katanzarite up the floor now for the Chargers. She's back in. She's one of their more consistent three-point threats, although she has her moments. As DePremio, who got a pass from her, tried to go down low to Stillwell, and she traveled.
Yeah, moved that pivot foot, and can't do that.
Whatever they did in their to prepare for the DeKalb game, they haven't done so well here. They've already exceeded as many travels as they had last week. They played very well last week, couldn't quite come up with a win. Northrop's not a great team. They should be able to get a win, but when you give up wide-open layups down low to Stevie Lubert, that's not going to happen. That ties the score at 6, and they did that quickly. Just one pass, and she was wide open. Mackenzie Bevineau playing the point right now. Gives to DePremio, who had a three. I think that was partially blocked. It was an air ball that got halfway to the hoop. After that deflection was taken, caught by Stillwell, she was fouled by Aaliyah Sworry. That is her first.
I didn't know who they were going to call the foul on that play.
Katanzarite passes to Bevineau, who thinks about the three-pointer, thinks better of it, good decision, and she's going to go dribble near the half-court line and reset for Carroll.
And DePremio's open.
She finds her. She takes a mid-range jumper, and that's well long. She's taken 4 bad shots, 4 missed shots so far, but it was rebounded by Katanzarite. We get another shot. Passes to Mackenzie Bevineau, dribbling to her right. Finds Murphy, has a nice ball fake. Finds Bevineau, open 3, rims out. That was a good look. Offensive rebound by Murphy, who puts it in, and we're starting to see why she's earned her way into the varsity rotation.
There you go.
Gives Carroll an early 8-6 lead. Aaliyah Sworry trying to push the pace forward. Northrop thinks better of it. passes to Jackson, who drives into the lane, almost got stopped again, finds Leah Edwards, who drives, and she clearly travels as she goes down low. Heather Schmidt, Kelsey Ronan set to check back in for Murphy and Stillwell. A minute and a half remains in the opening quarter. Carroll leads 8-6, and Constantinite takes the inbounds pass from Bevino. Trying to set up a play. They've got the other four players down low. Finds DePremio on the right wing. She's looking for Schmidt down low. It wasn't there. Finds Kelsey Ronan, who almost picked up her dribble. Finds DePremio, who drives into the lane. Finds Catanzarite. Heather Schmidt's open. Finds her, and she passes up the shot. Couldn't get a handle on it. DePremio passes down low to Ronan, and she was fouled, I believe, by Stevie Lubert. If it is, that would be her first. It's team's third either way, and it is on Lubert. And coming in for Northrop is number 44, Deion Tanner. And Sarah Osborne also checks back in. Heather Schmidt passes in to Bevino. And that pass intended for Catanzarite. Nice play by Nevada Jones. One-on-one against Catanzarite, and she misses the layup. Catanzarite had pretty good defense there, but she still should have made that shot. Mackenzie Bevino trying to push the pace, finds DePremio. She was trying to draw the foul, but she had a clean strip from Swarry, who's pushing the pace. She drives right into the lane. She could not quite get the three-point play, as she is fouled by, I believe, Ronan. She'll get 2 shots at the line.
A little too much bounce off that square.
We've seen a fast-paced first quarter as they're going to call the foul on Mackenzie Bevino. That is her first, team's second.
What these teams can't do is wear themselves out too early.
Aaliyah Swery gets 2 shots at the line, knocks down the first, cuts the lead to 1. Beth Schaefer into the game for the first time, comes in for Mackenzie Bevino. We talked about how Schaefer was a starter for a good chunk of the season, and now she's not even the first player off the bench. She's definitely fallen into one of those more role player type of roles. If she wants to earn her way back into a starter, she has to play more consistently. Swery knocks down both free throws, and we're tied at 8. DePremio spins out of a double team, finds Catanzarite, and with 37 seconds left, they might hold for one last shot. Instead, Schmidt goes down to Ronan, who tried a forced shot. It was stripped cleanly by Swery. She goes to Jackson, who tries to lead a fast break. She made a nice save right to Schaefer, who had a layup, and she was fouled by Aaliyah Swery. She'll get 2 shots at the line. Good foul from Swery.
It's a good foul. You've got the advantage in height. Use it.
So Beth Schaefer, who just checked into the game, will get 2 shots at the line. Free throws are always important. They did not shoot them very well against DeKalb, especially in the second half, and it might have cost them the game. First free throw from Beth Schaefer up and good, as this play suddenly falls deathly quiet. Gives Carroll a 9-8 lead.
Well, I guess that's a good thing, shooting free throws.
Sarah Stillwell checks back into the game for Kelsey Ronan. Schaefer gets set to take her second free throw, which is up and no good. Rebounded by Jackson. Nice box out. Finds Nevada Jones. 20 seconds left in the quarter and counting. They should hold for one last shot, but Jones drives, and she's lucky. That was rebounded by Lubert, who instead takes the shot from the free throw line, puts it in, gives them a 10-9 lead. 6 seconds. Catanzarite past the mid-court line, gives to Schmidt, looks at the clock. 1 second. She shoots from the right baseline. Bad shot. She had a little bit more time, and that will end the first quarter. She had time to dribble first, didn't know that. It's kind of hard to look at the clock when you're at an odd angle from it. But at the end of the first quarter, this is still a very close game. The visiting Bruins are leading your Carroll Chargers by a score of 10-9. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Kreider, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the second quarter of tonight's game. The Chargers are trailing by 1, 10-9 as we start the second quarter. Amy Pointer back into the game is going to inbound, trying to find Peterson, who didn't get a whole lot of minutes, surprisingly, in that first quarter. Wasn't much of a factor, as they have a very deep team. Nobody got more than 4 minutes, probably, as Kirsten Murphy misses a 3 that was online but short. Rebounded by Edwards. finds Sarah Osborne quickly up the court. Nice pass down low to Lubert, who has 6 points early, and that gives Northrop an early 3-point lead.
Had a great drive there.
Gives to Kirsten Murphy. Nice pass to Ronan. Back out to Murphy, who was open for a moment. Passed it up.
Be careful.
Gives it to Ronan, who can shoot the outside shot if she wants to, but she wasn't open there. Peterson passes to Pointer, who drives into the lane, finds Ronan. Nice ball fake, but she traveled. Again. That's not just her fault. It is a team issue. You see almost everybody on the team travel at least once at some point in the game. It's an issue that definitely needs to be worked on. As Pointer gets a nice steal in the backcourt, finds Peterson down low 2-on-1, and she puts it in, cutting the lead to 1. Nice pass. Nice defense in the backcourt with that full court press. Nevada Jones splits it, though, has a 2-on-1 if she hurries, and she drives right around Ronan, but she misses the layup again, rebounded by Ronan. Finds Pointer, who's trying to lead the fast break. Northrop gets back. She drives to her left anyway, almost puts it in, but can't. Rebounded by Pointer, who gets her own miss in a crowd of Bruins and draws the foul. Nice play.
Yeah, but how about that coverage by Northrop throw? 4 people in the box. And
and they had 4 of their 5 defenders down low in the lane in a square around Pointer. She had nowhere to go, but she did a nice job to draw the foul on Quila Jackson, her first. First free throw from Amy Pointer is up and good. Ties the score at 12.
6:50 to go.
She is a very important free throw shooter for the Chargers. In closer games, they like to foul her. She's a point guard. She normally gets the ball on inbounds plays as she knocks down both of them here. Gives Carroll a momentary lead. They're back up by 1. Leah Edwards takes the inbounds pass, finds Jones, and they're still in that full court press, which has been very effective, but they get out of it this time. Finds Jackson, who drives, gives it back to Jones at the top of the key. Thought about a 3, thinks better of it. Back to Leah Edwards, who was open for a moment. Again, good hustle defense in that zone by Carroll. Down low on the right baseline, though, Jackson trying to make a play, throws it right out of bounds, and it'll go to Carroll. So we've seen a lot of turnovers early. Neither team has been able to take care of the ball too well. That's why we have a close game. And neither team is a three-pointer yet, so it's been a low-scoring game for a reason. Maddie Peterson leads it up the floor, gives to Pointer, who looks for something down low. Finds Ronan, who fakes the mid-range shot, drives, and misses the layup down low. The rebound was attempted to be grabbed by Lubert, but she knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Carroll.
Yeah, she smacks the ball down and let it go out.
Yep. Chantel Rogers checks back in for the Bruins. Heather Schmidt finds Ronan open for 3 on the inbounds play. Good look, but she missed it. Nice rebound by Kirsten Murphy, who was too close to the basket, hit it right on the underside of the rim. And Quila Jackson, who was trying to find somebody after pulling down the rebound, traveled as she fell to the floor. Well, everybody's finding new ways to travel, I guess, tonight. Quick inbounds pass to Kirsten Murphy, who finds Pointer down low. She drives into the lane, and she goes right into a double team, and they're going to call a blocking foul. It's either going to go on Edwards or Rogers. We'll see in a moment. It looks like it's going to go on Chantel Rogers. It is. That is her second, and the team's 6th. Next one will put Carroll in the bonus. Amy Pointer back at the line gets 2 more. First one up and good. Gives Carroll a 2-point lead.
Yep. Once again, another crucial thing in these games is no free throw points.
Yep. Aaliyah Swelly comes back in for Quila Jackson, who gets her first rest. Amy Pointer's second free throw up and good. She's 4 for 4 early. That's a good sign for Carroll later in the game. Gives them a 15-12 lead with 5:53 and counting to go in the first half. Aaliyah Swelly, who just checked back in, almost traveled to find Sarah Osborne, who drives. And she has nothing, almost dribbled it out of bounds, but finds Rogers. She's double-teamed in the corner, and that she tries to get out of it. It's stolen by Pointer, who doesn't have numbers, but she finds an open Heather Schmidt for 3. No good. Still no threes. Maddie Peterson rebounds, finds Ronan down low. Nice pass, nice shot. And Carroll up by 5, biggest lead of the game for either team.
There you go. Wait.
Aaliyah Swelly takes the inbounds pass, and she does have numbers if she hurries, but they just elect to slow it down instead. Carroll has a big advantage on the boards right now, which is a big reason why they're leading now. Nevada Jones drives and somehow puts in a circus shot right as she's being bumped by Ronan. No foul call, but cuts the lead to 3. Nice shot. Maddie Peterson tries a 3, and that one was way off. Rebounded by Jones. Jump ball, it will stay with Northrop. Almost got a turnover there. Nice heads-up play by Pointer. Mackenzie DePremio, Emily Catanzarite are back in the game, first time in the second quarter. Aaliyah Swery set to inbound for the Bruins. Trying to find somebody. They've already been called for one 5-second violation. This time she finds Leah Edwards before that happens. And now Sarah Osborne open, gets past the half-court line. They're trying to find Lubert down low. It's stolen by DePremio. And she finds Amy Pointer as Carroll gets another turnover. Finds an open Emily Catanzarite. Nice pass down low to Ronan, who almost couldn't handle it. But she comes back and is fouled on her way up by, I believe, Aaliyah Swery. If it is, that would be her third, and it is. She's probably out for the rest of this half.
I would think so.
Kelsey Ronan at the line for 2 shots. She's a pretty good free throw shooter. She doesn't get there a whole lot. First one up and good. Gives Carroll an 18-14 advantage with 4.5 to play in the second quarter. Gives her a team-leading 5 points. Quila Jackson back into the game for Swery, who just picked up the third foul. Ronan's second free throw up and good. Gives Carroll a 5-point lead, which matches their largest of the night. Nevada Jones to inbound for the Bruins. Trying to find somebody, and Northrop coach Andy Wiss is going to call another, Andrew Wiss is going to call another timeout. They have 3 remaining, and Northrop's having trouble against that full court press, finding an inbounder, or finding somebody to inbound to.
It's just great defense by Carroll.
The full court press is an adjustment they made before last Friday's game against DeKalb. It was very effective. Got them a lot of turnovers. It's had the same effect here. Yeah, I think it's something they should keep throughout the season. The other teams use it against them with success, and now they're playing teams who don't use it. It's definitely helping them. Well, to be fair, and no offense to Northrop, they're not a very good team. They're just 1-6 this season, but they have done a good job on defense nonetheless. And I think it could definitely win them a couple of games in conference play. Carroll in that area is 1-1, by the way. That loss to DeKalb was the loss. Stolen by DePremio off the inbounds pass, and she rushes the layup. She missed it.
Had an open shot there.
Jones rebounds and finds Sarah Osborne, who's fouled as she drives. And, nope, they're going to call an offensive foul. I don't know. It looks like somebody threw an arm out, or if it was away from the ball, I'm not sure. Either way, it's going to be a turnover in Carroll's ball. I think she just stepped on the line. There's no foul call. So Catanzarite gets it for Carroll, finds Mackenzie Bevineau, who just checked back in. Gives it to Sarah Stillwell, also back into the game. Finds Catanzarite. Pointer down low, tries to drive. She turns it over to Jones. Passes to Osborne.
She lost control of the dribble there.
Almost. She's got to be careful. She's almost double-teamed. Finds Jones, who almost lost it. Finds Leah Edwards, who did. And then it goes out of bounds off of Mackenzie Bevineau. It will stay with the Bruins. So both teams are getting a little lucky here at times with the sloppy ball handling. Nevada Jones set to inbound again for the Bruins. Finds Lubert, who has a game-leading 6 points. Back out to Jones, who's double-teamed in the corner. Finds Sarah Osborne open for 3. That shot well off. Rebounded by DePremio, who has a 2-on-1 if she hurries. She's got to be careful. Good job not getting it stolen from behind. Finds Mackenzie Bevineau, right corner. Amy Pointer open for 3 at the top of the key. She got it. And that gives Carroll an 8-point lead, their largest of the game, and the first 3-pointer of this game. Nevada Jones almost does another 5-second call. Another steal in the backcourt by Amy Pointer, who puts it up and in, and Carroll is quickly up by 10. This time, Quila Jackson inbounds to Jones, who gets up court quickly. It seems more effective. She's double-teamed in the corner, finds Jackson. Sarah Osborne's open for 3. Jackson missed her. Offensive rebound to Lubert, though, who puts it in. She's been a force down low. She has 8 points, and it is 24-16. Pointer finds Mackenzie Bevineau, who picked up her dribble, couldn't take the mid-range jumper. She finds Katantrite, who's open for three, and she couldn't get it. Rebounded by Stillwell down low, and she is fouled by Leah Edwards. A smart foul. That's her first, team's 9th already. Carroll's already in the bonus. And Sarah Stillwell will get 2 shots at the line. That is the team's 8th foul, to correct myself.
Carroll's in a great spot right now. They got to take advantage of this time.
If they can get up by more than 10 at halftime, it's going to be tough for Northrop to come back. Sarah Stillwell is getting 2 shots at the line. Her first one is up and no good. She was off to the right a little bit as Maddie Peterson comes back into the game for Northrop, for Carroll, excuse me. For Northrop, there's well, we don't have a number 2 listed on our roster here. They have Quila Jackson, but she's number 3. They bring in number 2. I'm not sure who that is. Excuse me for that. Sarah Stillwell's second free throw is up and good. It gives Carroll a 9-point lead. Nevada Jones onto the floor, and she's looking for somebody and almost has a 5-second call again. The ball going out of bounds. Last touch by Quila Jackson. It'll go to Carroll. And now we have got an announcement. No, there is number 2 is supposed to be Quasha Lockett. She normally wears number 23. Maddie Peterson gets the inbounds play. Spins to her right. She hasn't scored yet. Finds Stillwell down low, who uses her size and gets the shooter's wall eventually. And Carroll's lead is 11.
Oh, that ball was on the rim for about 3 seconds before it went in.
Quila Jackson is bumped by Pointer as she drives. That's a clear foul. That's her first, team's 3rd. Nowhere near, not in any trouble of getting into the bonus. As number 15, Kyla Judy, is in for the first time today as well. Heather Schmidt comes in for Carroll, and she replaces Bevino. Judy's set to inbound for Northrop, who better get a couple baskets and some momentum back quick before this gets out of hand. Gives it to Nevada Jones, who drives into a brick wall of Chargers, and the rebound by Stillwell. They're going to call a jump ball, and possession arrow with Carroll. They'll retain possession. Heather Schmidt to inbound. She has not scored in tonight's game, but she can shoot the 3 if she gets some good looks. She hasn't had one yet, but she could be a very key player, as can a lot of the Carroll guards, if they can start knocking down 3s. Beth Schaefer just came back into the game, was stepped on the line after a pass from Schmidt was a little off target, and Carroll will turn it over. Nevada Jones to inbound, finds Judy in for the first time today. She splits the double team, and she draws the foul on Beth Schaefer, her first, team's 4th.
That was a close call by the referee. Looks like she stepped on the line first.
Kenzie Bevino set to come back in, and she does. She's coming in for Beth Schaefer, who just made that mistake, and we're seeing why her playing time is dwindling a little bit. Kyla Judy set to inbound. Finds Nevada Jones, who has 4 points. Aaliyah Swery is back into the game with 3 fouls, but 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. She picks up a 4th. She's probably out for the entire third quarter and half of the 4th before she comes back in. Quasha Lockett passes to Nevada Jones, open for 3. Good look, no good. Rebounded by Schmidt. She looks and finds Maddie Peterson, who takes the 3 in transition. Not a good shot. Offensive rebound by Bevino. Tries to find Stillwell down low. Not a great pass. And on the floor, they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow with Northrop. Beth Schaefer coming right back in for Sarah Stillwell. Beth Schaefer is the tallest non-center on the team at 5'9". Kirsten Murphy also back into the game. She has been a pretty good factor so far in tonight's game. She's going to be a key player for the varsity team in the next couple of years. Kyla Judy takes the ball on the fast break after the inbounds play. Finds Quasha Lockett, who was open for a minute but did not take the shot. Goes back up top to Jones, who finds Jackson. But she was triple teamed by a bevy of Carroll defenders, and that ball knocked out of bounds off the hands of Peterson. It will stay with Northrop. 1 minute and 14 seconds remain in the second quarter with the score: Carroll 27, Northrop 16. Nevada Jones takes the inbounds pass, gives it quickly back to Judy, gives it right back to Quila Jackson, who would have had a shot there for a layup if there was a better pass. Stevie Luber is open down low, and she travels after receiving the ball. She doesn't like the call. And Carroll will get it right back. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go in the first half. Schmidt takes the inbounds pass and finds Mackenzie Bevineau. 57 seconds. They're probably not going to hold for a last shot here, although they technically could. No shot clock. Finds Kirsten Murphy open at the top of the key. Her shot short. Rebounded by Lockett. Gives it to Jones. They have a 2-on-0 if they hurry. She tried to find Jackson, who did a great job to save it. And then she knocks it out of bounds off of Peterson. Looked like Bevineau thought, and now they're going to change it. They're going to give it to Carroll. But it looked like after the intended pass for Jackson that they thought it was out of bounds. Jackson did a good job to save it, but it'll go to Carroll anyway. 40 seconds and counting left in the second quarter. Now it's more likely that Carroll will hold for a last shot. But when Bevineau makes a perfect pass down low to Peterson, down low for a layup, I wouldn't. And they don't. Peterson gives Carroll a lead of a baker's dozen, 13. Quila Jackson with 20 seconds. Northrop should hold for a last shot. Nevada Jones drives, though, and they will not. She does put it in. 14 seconds. Bevineau quickly passes to Peterson. 10 seconds as she crosses the half-court line. Looks at the clock. 8 seconds. 7. Finds Schmidt looking for Schaefer down low, but she banks in a 3 instead with 1 second left. And that will end the second quarter and the first half. And Schmidt, who was trying to find Schaefer down low, instead takes the 3 and banks it in to give Carroll a 32-18 lead at halftime.
That's a great, solid game the Chargers are putting on tonight.
Yeah, they really started to open it up in the second quarter. As if you remember, they were down at 10-9 after the first. They scored 23 points in the second quarter. So they really started to find their rhythm offensively. Any other observations?
They just got to control their travel. That was one of the key points we mentioned earlier.
Yep. They did a much better job of limiting the turnovers in the second quarter. Northrop not so much. We're starting to see a reason why they're 1-6 right now. They're not out of this game. 14 points you can come back from. Cut that in half by the end of the third. You can come back. You just have to play smarter and more efficient basketball, and this game is far from over. So that will end the first half of play here from the Carroll Charger Fieldhouse. The score is the Chargers 32 and Northrop Bruins 18. Stay tuned to CSBN for the second half of tonight's game.
This is Coach Kreider, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Matthew James, along with Gabriel Thomas, ready to call the second half of today's game between Carroll and Northrop. Carroll gets the ball to start the third quarter, and looking down low quickly to Amy Pointer, who throws up a wild shot within a few seconds and misses it, rebounded by Jones. She has it stolen from behind by Katanzarite. Nice play. At the score, start here at the beginning of the third quarter, is Carroll 32 and Northrop 18. Peterson goes down low to Ronan, who couldn't handle the pass out of bounds. It'll go quickly right back to Northrop. We noted as we went to the halftime break that a lot of turnovers, especially in the first quarter, but Carroll was able to open up a nice lead because of their limiting them in the second quarter. Northrop not able to do that, and Carroll also knocked down a couple of threes near the end.
Very, very competitive game so far. Well, I guess you could say.
Well, right now it is very quiet here. Neon Nation didn't show up too much tonight. There's not a lot of fans over there. But it's still a good game, good atmosphere for a high school game. Well, you normally get more fans on Fridays anyway. Maddie Peterson passes out to Heather Schmidt, who's feeling it, could not make that 3. Peterson is going to get a tie-up down low, jump ball, possession arrow with Northrop. But less than a minute left. Carroll, most of the fans here are probably the players' parents. Normally you see more people here.
That's true.
Wonder why less people showed up tonight. As a quick drive by Aaliyah Swery. Nice left-handed finger roll as she's leaning away from the basket, cuts the lead to 12.
That hit the top of the square. It looked like it wasn't going to go in, but it did.
That was a nice shot. Emily Catanzaro picked up a dribble, almost traveled, finds Ronan, who has had trouble with a lot of passes tonight. They're going to call a foul on, looks like Chantel Rogers, and it is. That is her third. And now 2 players on Northrop with 3, along with Aaliyah Swery. They're both in the game right now. They have to be careful. They pick up a 4th. They're going to be out for a while.
Yeah, you don't want to get in foul trouble this early in the game. Just
Not
take
at
it
all.
easy.
Emily Catanzarite set to inbound for the Chargers. Finds Kelsey Ronan. That pass almost stolen. They go right back down to Catanzarite. Finds Schmidt open for 3.
Open.
Got it. You've got to knock down open looks like that. Heather Schmidt's knocked down 2 of them, and that gives Carroll their largest lead at 15. Pointer almost gets a steal in the backcourt, but they're 5-on-4 if they hurry. Swery drives again. She draws the foul on Amy Pointer, it looks like. If it is, that is her second. They are going to call it. They're going to call it on Kelsey Ronan instead. That was her second. The team's first of the second half, and Swery is going to get 2 free throws. First one from Swery is up and good. She has 5 now. Leading all scorers is Amy Pointer with 9. For Northrop, the leading scorer is Stevie Lubert with 8. Swery's second free throw is up and no good. Nice rebound by Schmidt. A good box out. Pointer's going to try to lead the fast break. Nothing there. Good job by Northrop to get back, but Peterson takes a 3 from the corner anyway. Offensive rebound by Pointer, who drives and lays it in after the miss. And Carroll up by 16.
They're on the hot streak so far. Let's see if they can keep it going.
They're starting to exploit this vulnerable Northrop defense as Nevada Jones makes a nice play, finds Lubert down low. Easy 2. She got it. And she is the second player in this game in double figures with 10.
It's all alone down there.
Can't let that happen. Pointer drives. Nice move around Nevada Jones, but she couldn't finish. Rebounded by Lubert. Finds Jones, who couldn't lead the fast break. But she does find an open Sarah Osborne, who couldn't handle the pass out of her reach, out of bounds, and it is a turnover. Kirsten Murphy back into the lineup for Heather Schmidt. Emily Catanzarite set to inbound. And she does. Finds Amy Pointer, who's a very, I think, could be the most important player on this team. They need her senior leadership, and she's normally a pretty consistent 10 to 15 a game scorer. They don't have really anybody else that's that consistent. Maddie Peterson might be the most talented scorer, but she one game will put up 20, 25, and other games she'll put up 5 or less. You got to be able to do that a little more consistently, but she's only a sophomore. She's got a couple years to grow and mature as a player, and she's going to be a big factor, I think, next year, but especially when she's a senior. At Northrop, who gets the ball now, Quila Jackson went up for the pass, and she was fouled by Kelsey Ronan. That's her third. Sarah Stillwell is going to come in in a moment. That is now Ronan's in a little bit of foul trouble herself. That is a recurring theme for her. With the centers and tall forwards down low, that's a problem for a lot of them, but you've got to be able to limit that a little, or you're not going to get a lot of minutes in the game.
How about this formation by Northrop?
The flying wedge, I like to call it, coming out of the inbounds net, but it works to perfection as Stevie Lubert gets another open look, and she has 12, leads all scorers, cuts the lead to 12. Mackenzie DePremio back into the game for Emily Catanzarite has it now. And nice play by Jackson, almost knocks it out of bounds, but DePremio gets it back. Finds Pointer, who goes down low to Stillwell, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Stevie Lubert. That is her second. Team's second foul. Pointer to inbound for the Chargers. Trying to find somebody as Carroll comes out in a similar formation. Works pretty well, but they don't get an open look down low immediately. DePremio finds Kirsten Murphy, who goes to Pointer as she's streaking down low. Beautiful pass, beautiful play. She was wide open in the lane for a layup. You normally see backdoor cuts on the baseline, but as she almost gets a steal here in the backcourt, she dropped it out of bounds though. But you normally see backdoor cuts on the baseline. She made a backdoor cut from the top of the key down the left side of the lane, and it worked to perfection. Nice play design there. Leah Edwards back into the game is a double team right now, and Kirsten Murphy is going to cause a jump ball and possession arrow with Carroll. They caused the turnover.
Great job there.
With 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter, the score is Carroll 39, Northrop 25. They're on their way. If they can keep this up, they're going to be well on their way to a win. As Sarah Stillwell puts in a layup down low off the nice inbounds pass from Amy Pointer, and they have a 16-point lead. Kyla Jackson barely avoids a turnover on the inbounds pass. Leah Edwards comes even closer, and then Aaliyah Swelly does turn it over, and Peterson is fouled by Kyla Jackson. That is her second. She was one of the key players for Northrop coming in tonight. She has just 2 points. You have got to, if you're one of the top scorers on this team, you have to score more. Mackenzie Bevino is back in for Carroll, and Kalia Judy is in again for Northrop. Pointer to inbound. Tries to find Bevino on a similar left side of the lane cut, but instead they find Stillwell down low. She was fouled by Kyla Jackson, and that's her third. She picked up back-to-back fouls within a few seconds. So they'll call a shooting foul. Stillwell was on her way up. She'll get 2 shots at the line. Stillwell went 1 for 2 at the line earlier in this game. First one of 2 here is up and good. Beth Schaefer is set to check back into the game, coming in for Amy Pointer. So that gives Stillwell 8 points on the night. That's second on the team to Amy Pointer's 13, I believe it was. Stillwell's second free throw is up. Nope, now it's up and good. They're up by 18. She has a little hitch there in her motion. Kyla Jackson finds Nevada Jones, goes back to Jackson. That was almost a backcourt violation. Murphy almost gets the steal. Jackson dribbles out of it, finds an open Kalia Judy, who misses the layup. Offensive rebound to Lubert, finds Aaliyah Swery in the left corner, guarded tightly by Murphy. Good defense. Help from Stillwell forces a pass out of the double team to Jackson up top. She's double teamed, finds an open Aaliyah Swery, who thought about the 3, gives it down low to Lubert, which is a smart decision based on tonight's results, but she missed the layup, and it was rebounded by DePremio. She goes quickly up to Kirsten Murphy, who takes a 3, and she got it. She was wide open, and that was a nice shot. They're up by 3 touchdowns now, 46-25. And I'm hoping that's the final of the Syracuse Bowl game in a couple of weeks. Anyway, but Carroll is really starting to open this up. Nevada Jones is fouled on her way up by one of what could have been any of the 3 players there next to her. We'll see who it is in a moment. They're going to call it on Sarah Stillwell. That's her first. Nevada Jones will get 2 shots at the line, and she has 6 points in tonight's game. Kelsey Ronan set to check back in as Jones knocks down the first free throw, cuts the lead to 20. Who you like in the NCAA championship game in a month or so?
I've always been sort of partial to Notre Dame, but Alabama might have their number.
That's interesting. Alabama's defense overrated, but Notre Dame cannot score in the red zone. But then again, as Jones knocks down the second free throw, they don't give up points in the red zone either. And it took them until, I think, week 8 or 9 to give up a rushing touchdown. So I don't think it's going to be too high scoring a game, probably in the 20-17 range, but I got Alabama. We'll see how that turns out. Had to mention it now because I don't have another game until like 2 weeks after the championship, so I have plenty of time for college football, which I'm thrilled about. Can't wait for bowl season. Starts on Saturday. But while I was talking about football, Carroll turned it over, and Northrop gets the ball back. Kalia Judy open in the corner, goes down low to Jackson, who makes a nice move, but misses the layup, rebounded by DePremio.
2 and 3. Well, it was.
DePremio's going to drive, and she is not fouled. She loses it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Aaliyah Swery with Northrop, and it'll stay with the Chargers. Emily Catanzarite back in. She tries to inbound to Ronan, does. It was almost stolen. Ronan puts it on the floor, drives right around Lubert, but misses the layup. Rebounded by Swery, who's trying to push the pace. They have a 5-on-4 if they hurry. They don't. She misses Kalia Judy, who was open, but after she misses the layup, offensive rebound by Jackson, no good. Another layup missed, and rebounded by Kelsey Ronan.
And not even making contact with the basket here.
Finds Mackenzie DePremio open long, too. She got it. And that gives Carroll another 21-point lead, which matches their largest of the day. That is DePremio's first basket. And then after Judy takes the inbounds pass from Jackson, DePremio commits the foul. That's her first. Team's 5th. 2 more, and Northrop is in the 1-on-1 bonus.
Carroll has a really good chance to break 50 in the third period, so.
They have 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter as another timeout is called by Coach Andrew Wiss. They have 2 remaining, Northrop does, and with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third quarter, the score is 48-27 Carroll. And as we were expecting in the pregame, they are starting to open this up.
That's true. But how about this Northrop coach? Very smart.
Yep, I like the coaching a lot, but the coach, can only do so much. You look at take the New Orleans Saints. They were a good team last year, but even though Sean Payton was suspended for all the bounty grade, he's still not there. I think it's the whole season for him. The Saints were going to have problems this year, whether he was here or not, especially on defense. And I was exposed by when they gave up 52 to my New York Giants on Sunday. Have to mention that. But and that's true in basketball too. A coach can only do so much. Well, as good as let's say Coach K is at Duke. If he leaves, Duke's still a really good team. But a coach I think they can add a couple wins, but they can't if Coach K suddenly just retires or something. I don't think it'll hurt him that much.
That's true. Really competitive division, the NFC South, so.
Yep. Buccaneers and Saints are starting to fade. Panthers suck. Yeah. So it's really the Atlanta Falcons who should basically have it wrapped up. All they need is one win or a Buccaneers loss. And as long as the Giants beat the Falcons, I really don't care. Giants will play them this week. They need to win. Coming out of the timeout, Lubert gets the inbounds pass, finds Quila Jackson, who couldn't handle the pass, stolen by Ronan. Heather Schmidt wasn't looking for the ball, stolen by Swelly. They have a 4-on-2. She pulls up mid-range jumper, good. You could probably tell I could talk about football all day, but I can't do that. That cuts the lead to 48-29. Mackenzie DePremio gets the inbounds pass, finds Ronan from the free throw line. Nice ball fake, open from about 13 feet, knocks it down. Nice play by Ronan, showing a little bit more range there, and it is 50-29. Coming off of the made shot by Ronan, wide open down low is Kyla Judy, who puts it in, and that cuts the lead right back to 19. Mackenzie DePremio still in the game, takes the pass from Catanzarite, who really hasn't been much of a factor. She doesn't have any fouls or points, I don't think any steals either, but she hasn't done anything wrong. On the flip side is Kelsey. Ronan knocks down a 3. I did mention earlier she could knock down that shot if she was left alone. They made the mistake of leaving her open, and she made them pay. Gives Carroll a 22-point lead. Nevada Jones thought about trying to answer, but doesn't. Instead has a pass stolen by Beth Schaefer. She passes to Catanzarite, who will set it up. 54 seconds to play in the third quarter. Carroll is up by 22, and they're trying to go down low to Schaefer. She is lucky she wasn't called for a travel. Passes to Ronan, who knocks down the 18-footer at the top of the key. And that's 3 straight jumpers from Ronan. They were all very nice shots. They all go in. And Carroll up by 3 touchdowns and a field goal, 55-31. And a timeout. Timeout, or was that ball out of bounds? I believe that was just out of bounds. I didn't see it there. I apologize. It's going to stay with Northrop. 33.6 seconds to play in the third quarter. Swelly inbounds to Judy, who was open, but they double team her in the corner, and she has the pass stolen by Pointer. I'm not entirely sure who she was trying to pass to. They have a 5-on-4. Passes to Peterson, who knocks down the 14-footer on the left baseline, and they're up by 26. This is starting to become a blowout, as Elise Ware makes a nice move, but they have 13 seconds. They should hold for a last shot, but instead Peterson's going to get a steal. They have a 2-on-2. Nice pass from Peterson to Pointer, and that layup attempt was swatted out of bounds by Aaliyah Swery, but it will stay with Carroll. They have plenty of time. Pick off another shot, 6 seconds.
Still a good play there. She was all by herself. That was an easy 2.
Nice play by Swery to get back. Catanzarite's trying to find somebody and finds Ronan, who couldn't find Catanzarite. Instead finds Peterson open for 3. That shot was off from the beginning, and that will end the third quarter. But that was a good look. Nice pass from Ronan. Peterson had a good look there, but she couldn't knock it down. But either way, at the end of the third quarter, Carroll has really opened this up. They have really dominated the second and third quarters, and they went from down 1 to up 26. The score at the end of the third quarter is your Carroll Chargers 57, the visiting Northrop Bruins 31. Stay tuned for the fourth and final quarter here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Kreider, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the fourth quarter of what's been a lopsided game for the second and third. Carroll up by 26, and quickly after the inbounds, another steal. Kirsten Murphy, they're going to force a jump ball. Lubert ties her up, but the possession arrow will stay with Carroll. And the thing about this game, Carroll has really done a good job limiting turnovers and causing turnovers by Northrop in the second and third quarters. Mackenzie Bevino in right now. And they've played a really up-tempo game. They've controlled the tempo. They've done everything they've wanted to do, and that's why, barring major collapse, they should come out of here with a win and get their record back up to 500. Leah Edwards passes in to Aaliyah Swery after the turnover. Swery almost loses it herself, picks it back up, tries to find Jackson, and stolen by Maddie Peterson. 3-on-2 if they hurry. She should slow it down, finds Amy Pointer. Thought about the three, thinks better of it, finds Mackenzie Bevan, who takes the three. Looked pretty good, online but short, and rebounded by Swery.
Had a good shot there.
What?
You had a very good shot there.
That was a pretty good shot, just a little bit short. Leah Edwards tries to find Jackson, somehow does. She almost loses it out of bounds, then saves it right to Murphy. 3-on-1 with Bevino, and she's going to take it herself, and they're going to call a charge on Kirsten Murphy. And that's a freshman mistake. You had two teammates, one on either side of you. They ran that fast break to perfection, but she tried to do it herself. Not a good decision, and that's a turnover. That's Kirsten Murphy's first foul. Next one will put Northrop in the bonus. Leah Edwards takes the inbounds pass. You don't see this too often. Edwards is playing with glasses right now. Normally, you have to be careful. But it's normally not an issue, but don't get hit in the face.
Right.
Maddie Peterson steals it from her, and now they have a 3-on-2. Let's see if she runs it right. She's also going to take it herself, and Swery swats it out of bounds. Maybe these last two possessions are going to teach them to learn to pass on the fast break. Neither of those were smart decisions, but both times they retained possession, so, all's forgiven for now. Kirsten Murphy takes the inbounds pass and knocks down the three. That's her second of the day. She has 8 points, and Carroll's had some very balanced scoring. 4 of the 5 players on the floor have at least 8 right now, and that brings the lead all the way up to 29 points. They've almost doubled them up at 60-31 right now. And they are just really in a groove on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Good job by Carroll, Just taking the loss, putting it behind it, and trying to get it into the night.
Just like you hear with quarterbacks in the NFL or pitchers in baseball, you have to hear players in basketball. They have to have short-term memory loss. If you throw an interception or give up a home run, you have to, shake it off and come back and face the next hitter. Come back the next week, whatever the situation may be. Carroll came off a tough-fought conference loss on Friday. They've come back here and very much dominated most of this game against a, no offense, but below-average Northrop team. They were projected to finish 5th in the SAC, which is their conference. They keep playing like this, they're not going to be 5th. They're going to be dead last. They need to score more points. They scored just 38 in their loss to Wayne on Saturday. Wayne's tough on the road, but they're not a great team either. And you have to score more than 38 points against anybody if you expect to win. With the exception of a Tennessee-Georgetown game that ended 37-36. It happens occasionally, but more often than not, you need to score more points than that. Coming out of the timeout, Northrop has just one remaining now. They haven't played too well today. Quila Jackson takes it herself, and in the lane misses the shot. Rebounded by Stillwell, and she was fouled by Leah Edwards as she tried to make a pass. That's Edwards' second foul, team's 5th. 2 more, Carroll will be in the bonus, and they're going to call the foul on Stevie Lubert, who was nowhere near the play. But either way, that's her 3rd foul now. Also with 3 is Aaliyah Swelly, but neither of them have picked up their 4th. Hasn't Quila Jackson. Amy Pointer finds Murphy, who thought about another 3, goes back down to Pointer. Nice pass. Back out to Murphy as Carroll's slowing it down a little. Finds Mackenzie Bevino for 3, and that one rimmed out. That was another nice shot, but Stillwell gets the offensive rebound and puts it in. That's 3 3-pointers that Bevino's had that have almost went in but couldn't quite. But that's a sign that she's due for a breakout game. Stillwell almost gets a steal, and we're going to see mass substitutions here as Carroll has now doubled up Northrop. Into the game, all 5 players are coming off. We're going to see Emily Catanzarite, Beth Schaefer, Mackenzie DePremio, Heather Schmidt, and Kelsey Ronan on the floor, all contributors to the team. But they have 10 players on the bench right now. All 10 of them have been factors in this game, and you like it when you have that deep rotation. Leah Swelly takes a 3 that's no good coming off of that. Offensive rebound to Swelly. She missed it. Gives it out to Nevada Jones for 3, and she got it. Cut the lead to 28 with 5.5 to go. Yep. Mackenzie DePremio tried to make a pass stolen by Leah Edwards, who takes it and puts it in herself. A quick 5-0 run cuts the lead to 62 to 36. And Carroll shouldn't be in any danger here. There's 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play. DePremio almost turned it over again. They're going to call Carroll's going to call a timeout to avoid it, and she tried to do a little too much right there. I think that's a nice timeout. That's only the first one they've taken. They've got 4 more. And Carroll's in no danger of losing this game. You just got to settle down, kind of slow down the tempo. You don't want to try to do too much. This is a good performance. Just keep the momentum and carry it into your next game. These girls are going to play again soon. The next play on Saturday against Homestead here at home. That's going to be important in conference play. You got to be careful. And now Carroll's coming out of the timeout. We'll see what they do coming out of it with the 26-point lead. Emily Catanzarite set to inbound. She has not really been a factor in today's game. Still has not scored or picked up a foul. That doesn't happen too often. Passes to Beth Schaefer, who takes a mid-range jumper, couldn't bank it in, and rebounded by Leah Edwards. She looks for and finds Quila Jackson down low, who puts it in and is fouled by Kelsey Ronan. That is Ronan's 4th, and that is the 7th team foul on Carroll. That'll put Northrop in the bonus for the rest of the day, and now they're calling it on Beth Schaefer. I didn't see near the play, but whatever. Quila Jackson's free throw is no good. She couldn't complete the 3-point play. Rebounded by Schaefer. Passes to Catanzarite. Now Northrop's trying more of a full-court press. Didn't work. Finds Schmidt. Gives it to Ronan, who thought about another mid-range jumper. Thought better of it. Gives it back to Schmidt. Back to Emily Catanzarite. Nice crossover move at the top of the key. Gives it to Schmidt. Had to pick up her dribble. Good defense by Northrop. Gives it back to Schaefer. Schmidt gets it right back. Trying to look for something down low. Nothing's there. But Emily Catanzarite has it now. They're looking for Ronan down low, but they can't find her. Schmidt finally does. She turns and puts it in. Nice move. And now she's been a force down low. She has 15 points. Does Kelsey Ronan to lead all scores, and Northrop turns it over as Aaliyah Swelly could not handle that pass, and Carroll's going to get it right back.
Once again, you saw Northrop at 4 people surrounding the key, so
yep.
Carroll's still able to put points on the board.
Emily Catanzarite after the turnover is there's going to be more substitutions after this. Some of the JV players are going to come in. Like to see, and there's the whistle, and let's see who's coming in for the Chargers. There was a foul called, not sure on who yet. It's going to put Kelsey Ronan at the line, and it's Quila Jackson, her 4th foul. She's in a little bit of foul trouble. Chantel Rogers is going to come in for Northrop, and we're going to see a lot more substitutions for Carroll. We're going to see Kylie Murphy, Kirsten Murphy, Mackenzie Bevino, and Whitney Schlatter. And after Ronan takes the free throw, I'm guessing Shannon Klaus is going to come in. She's right there at the scorer's table. Well, Ronan knocked down the free throw, which gives Carroll a 65-38 lead with 4 minutes to play in this game, and she knocks down the second, and now Klaus does come in for Ronan. And Carroll has a 28-point lead. They have dominated all facets of this game. Quila Jackson inbounds to Nevada Jones. Jones has 11 points to lead Northrop. Northrop is being led by Stevie Lubert. She has 13. Jones is second. Aaliyah Swery takes a mid-range jumper from the free throw line. Misses. Nice offensive rebound by Quila Jackson. Her mid-range jumper no good. Another offensive rebound to Swery. She is fouled on her way up by Shannon Klaus. If that is her first. And they're going to call it on Kylie Murphy. I don't know if I'm missing something here. But foul goes on Murphy at her first, and that'll put a 8th-team foul. Swery at the line for 2 shots. First one up and good, 66-39. And as the coach comes over to talk to some of his younger players, these players could be the future of this varsity team, so you'd like to get them some playing time when you can.
Build that experience.
Sperry's second free throw no good, and now Carroll's giving up some rebounding. But they're going to call a jump ball after the missed free throw, and possession arrow keeps it with Northrop.
Yeah, we heard. Well, you could hear it probably though. Like, you heard the band there at the free throw. But when Carroll was shooting free throws, dead silent.
Yep.
So really, very easy to make free throws when it's quiet.
Northrop is going to inbound. Nevada Jones looking for somebody. Finding Quila Jackson back to Jones. Looking for and finding Carlisha Ridley for the first time. She's in. Passes to Aaliyah Swery, who almost lays it in and draws the blocking foul on Shannon Klaus. This one has to be on Klaus. Let's see. Am I right this time? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you. That'll put Swery at the line for 2 shots. That is the 9th team foul on Carroll. Next one, and Northrop is shooting 2 the rest of the way. Swery's first free throw is up and no good. She has 8 points on the day. The lead is still 27 for Carroll.
2:27 left to play.
Yep. Swery's setting for her second free throw, which is up and good. That's the lead to 66-40 as Kirsten Murphy passes to Mackenzie Bevino, the lone upperclassman on the floor right now. She's playing the point, and she almost went over and back right there. And I think they did go over and back right there, but they're going to call a timeout first as Kirsten Murphy had a little trouble handling that pass. That is Carroll's second timeout. They have 3 remaining with 3:15 to play. So we've seen a well-rounded game from Carroll. If you're Northrop in this position, what do you do to come back from a poor showing like this?
Well, depending on who we have next week, or the next game, just got to put this game behind them, Very poor basketball, shown, in the late goings. I think they just kind of got tired. They started off at a very high tempo, and it was just downhill from there.
They don't have as deep a rotation as Carroll does. They've only been using 7 or 8 players consistently. Carroll has 10, and now with some of the younger players, 12 or 13 players that are keeping the more important players, I guess you could say, are the starters fresh, as Mackenzie Bevino's pass is deflected out of bounds by Quila Jackson. It'll stay with Carroll coming out of the timeout. Bevino going to inbound, looking for somebody, finds Whitney Schlatter in for the first time today. Passes out back to Bevino, finds Kylie Murphy, who drives, and she was fouled on her way up by Nevada Jones. That's her first. That will put Kylie Murphy at the line for 2. They're going to call it a shooting foul. That also puts Carroll in the bonus, as that was Northrop's 7th team foul. Kylie Murphy's first free throw up and good. Carroll up 67-40 now with 3:05 to play in the 4th quarter. As this place falls deathly silent again as Murphy takes her second free throw, which is also up and good. Carroll up by 28.
Well, if you're going to talk about your Giants, I'm going to talk about my Colts. If you can remember that old That old RCA Dome, you know.
Yes, I remember it, but they don't play there anymore. Nevada Jones takes the inbounds pass and finds Jackson down low. They missed Carlisha Ridley, who was open. Now she gets it, but not open anymore. Jones finds Aaliyah Swery. Back Ridley open again. This time she gets it and takes the three, which is good. Nice catch and shoot. Cuts the lead to 25. Kirsten Murphy takes the inbounds pass, gives it right back to Bevino. She looks finds Shannon Klaus in the corner, and she was fouled, pushed out of bounds. Looks like that's on Quila Jackson. If it is, that is her fifth, and it is her fifth foul. She has fouled out of today's game. We'll see who comes in for her in a moment. It's going to be number 44, Diane Tanner for the first time today. And Shannon Klaus will get 2 shots at the free throw line. Klaus has not scored it yet in today's game. She has a good opportunity here to do so. First free throw is up and no good. And that was a one-on-one situation. So the rebound, it goes to Rogers. And quickly finding Aaliyah Swery, mid-range jumper in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Bevino, who had it poked away by Rogers. She gets it to Aaliyah Swery, who puts it right up and in. Lead to 23. Slaughter trying to find, and does find Mackenzie Bevino. Slaughter gets it up to Kylie Murphy, who almost traveled. Gets to Slaughter, 3-on-2. Open Kirsten Murphy for 3. She got it. That's her third of the day. And Carroll's lead is back up to 71-45. Minute 45 seconds to go. Aaliyah Swery has the ball again. Gives it to Carlisha Ridley. Back to Swery. And they're going to give it to Nevada Jones. She has 11. And she's now open for 3 after she gets it back. And Northrop, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. They're playing around the perimeter right now. Carlisha Ridley was open, and Jones missed her. A nice steal by Murphy, but it ended up in the hands of Chantel Rogers. She was fouled by a Carroll defender. I think it was Murphy. They're going to call it on Whitney Slaughter. That's her first. And that is the 10th team foul on Carroll. Northrop will be shooting 2 the rest of the way. It'll be Rogers at the line for 2. First one up, no good. She has still not scored in this game. Mackenzie DePremio comes in for Mackenzie Bevino. And that's the only substitution here. Chantel Rogers' second free throw is up and good. That's the lead to 25. DePremio takes the inbounds pass from Kirsten Murphy. Finds Kylie Murphy, who drives, and she takes a floater in the lane. No good. Rebound is going to go to Carlisha Ridley, who was fouled by Kirsten Murphy as she was trying to drive. That is Kirsten Murphy's third foul. And that'll put Ridley at the line for 2 shots. She has 3 points on the night. She made a 3 a few minutes ago. Ridley's first free throw is up and good. Gives her 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go. And it could be a little bit of a moral victory if Northrop can cut the lead to under 20 with a minute to play. Second free throw well off the mark, but rebounded by Swery. She puts it up and in, and it's down to 22. Minute and 5 seconds to play. Kylie Murphy takes the inbounds pass. She drives. Had it stolen from her by Swery. 3-on-2. Rogers passes to Jones, who's wide open. Nice play by Kirsten Murphy. Knock it out of her hands, but it'll stay with Northrop.
For sure, 2-pointer. Want to break that one up as much as possible.
54 seconds to go. Right down low to Swery, and she was fouled by Kylie Murphy down low. That's her second, and Swery will get 2 shots at the line. She leads Northrop right now with 13 points. Next point will put Northrop at 50. First free throw for Aaliyah Swery is up and good. Cuts the lead to 21. Gives her 14 on the day. She's been solid for Northrop. And the second free throw is up and good also. Cuts the lead to 20. 53 seconds to go. Carroll in no threat of losing here. Kylie Murphy drives, finds Shannon Klaus down underneath, who puts it right up and in, back up to 22. 41 seconds and counting. Ridley gives it right back to Swery, who's going to play the point for the rest of this game, it appears. Gives it to Nevada Jones, who was double-teamed near the half-court line. Gives it to Ridley. She's trying to find somebody and had it stolen by Kirsten Murphy instead. 25 seconds to go. Let's see what they try to do. Passes to Mackenzie to Premio, who dribbles to her right. She might just run out the clock. And passes to Kirsten Murphy. 15 seconds to play. And it looks like they're just going to try to run this out. 8 seconds to play, and it looks like the final score will just be 73-51. They're going to let the Premio dribble it out, and that will be a home win for your Carroll Chargers, coming back from that tough conference loss to the Cab with a 22-point win, 73-51 on their home floor. Good response.
Great game by Carroll.
And that'll wrap it up here from the Carroll Charger Fieldhouse. We are going to come right back with your postgame show.
This is Coach Kreider, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your postgame show here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. The final score from the Carroll Charger Fieldhouse was 71-53, I believe. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, they took it off the monitor, I'm sorry. But Carroll comes out with a 22-point win. I think 73-51. Yeah. Sorry, I got it. We got the scoring summary for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Bruins, number 3, Quila Jackson, 4 points. Number 5, Nevada Jones, 11 points. Number 11, Leah Edwards, 2 points. Number 14, Carlisha Ridley, 4 points. Number 15, Kyla Judy, 2 points. Number 32, Aaliyah Swery, 15 points. Number 33, Stevie Lubit, 12 points. And number 40, Chantel Rogers with 1 point. And for your Carroll Chargers, number 10, Amy Pointer, 13 points. Number 12, Kylie Murphy, 2 points. Number 20, Mackenzie DePremio, 2 points. Number 22, Heather Schmidt, 6 points. Number 23, Maddie Peterson, 8 points. Number 24, Kirsten Murphy, 11 points. Number 30, Beth Schaefer, 1 point. Number 40, Shannon Klaus, 2 points. And leading up at number 42, Kelsey Ronan, 17 points, the lead all scorers. And at number 44, Sarah Stowell with 11 points. This game was dominated by the Chargers from start to finish for the most part. The first quarter, they were actually trailing by a point, but from the second quarter on, they clearly dominated, outscoring them easily in all 3 quarters, and they really did a good job not turning the ball over after the first quarter.
It's true. Turnovers are so crucial in these games, and you saw it happen here. You pretty much see it happen in every game.
The outside shooting wasn't great tonight, but Kirsten Murphy did knock down 3 3-pointers. Heather Schmidt had 2, and it was definitely enough. They came at good at times. Schmidt knocked down the 1 3-pointer at the end of the first half to give them a 14-point lead going into the break, which they more than doubled at points during the second half. They ended up winning by 22. It was a good all-around effort. There was a lot of balanced scoring. Anything else you'd like to add?
There were several things that Carroll, needed to fix, and I think they fixed them tonight. So,
And that starts with the coaching. It started with the DeKalb game. They played a lot better, and they just seemed to put it all together tonight. But then again, let's not get too excited. Northrop, no offense to them, is not a great basketball team. Upcoming broadcasts here on CSBN. After this, the next one is Saturday, December 15th, here at home against Homestead. The Girls are playing. Gabriel will be here for that game. And then after that, there's a JV holiday tournament, December 22nd and December 29th, 3 straight Saturdays. Varsity is doing their holiday tournament here at home, so those will be entertaining. We saw the boys had their first game against Huntington North on Saturday, first home game. Third home game. I wasn't here for any of them. It was the good Saturday night crowd. I wasn't here for it. I really have no idea what happened. But they're going to be fun to watch. Chandler White, you got to be careful for him. He's
excellent.
He could be the best player in the region. Scott Twins might give him a run for their money, though. The boys' team at Northrop is better than the one that we just saw here. That'll just about wrap it up here from CSBN. For Gabriel Thomas, I'm Matthew James, saying so long here at CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.